The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman.
Today's story will be the story of 48-year-old Michelle Avon of Reseda, California. Michelle was a mother of 2 children, and she was recently promoted to Senior Vice President of Bank of America. Michelle was known for working to help recruit women and underrepresented groups internationally. Her career was spanned over 2 decades, most of which she spent as a vice president and managing director with the wealth management from Merrill Lynch. In June, she moved to Bank of America, which also owns Merrill Lynch, to take a senior vice president role. At some point within starting at Bank of America, Michelle began to date a co-worker by the name of Anthony Dwayne Turner. Anthony Dwayne Turner worked as a senior vice president and market executive for Bank of America in Los Angeles. It is unclear how long the two dated, but at some point the relationship took a turn for the worse, to the point that Michelle considered filing a restraining order against Turner.
Now to a tragic story out of Reseda. We are learning more about a prominent bank executive who was found murdered in a home there. NBC4's Beverly White joins us live from the crime scene where loved ones found her body this morning. Beverly?
That's right, Colleen. The son of Michelle Avon told me by phone tonight the family is simply too distraught to speak. He confirms his mom made her mark in finance and banking, an opinion held by many. Now, last June, the LA Sentinel newspaper profiled 48-year-old Michelle Avon in her new role as Senior Vice President, Global Human Resources at Merrill Lynch. Tonight, Valley Bureau Homicide is looking for who left Avon unresponsive with trauma to her face. Family found her body around 7 a.m. this morning, and then they contacted police. Her mentor tells us tonight her professionalism and her philanthropy was boundless.
That is one of the highest ranking, most recognized women in banking. She would always find a way to lift people up, to pull them up, to push them up, particularly in the African American communities or those that were overlooked or deprived and neglected. She just had a passion to make sure that she was a foundation and a launching pad.
Michelle Avon is survived by 2 adult children and recently became a grandmother. Anyone with information about this homicide on Cavello Street near Tampa Avenue should contact Valley Bureau Homicide. Reporting live in Reseda, I'm Beverly White, NBC4 News.
So at first they were unsure of who murdered her. The family ended up going to the home, well, the son did, because they couldn't get in contact with her.
The ex-boyfriend of a prominent banking executive has been charged with her murder. Michelle Avon was found dead early Thursday morning inside her Reseda home. 52-year-old Anthony Turner, pictured here, pleaded not guilty yesterday to murder and burglary charges. Avon's son and the rest of her family are now pleading for justice.
My mom was such a beautiful person, just so loving. If it was anything that you needed from her, she would be there. She didn't even get a chance to see her granddaughter's 2nd birthday because she was taken from us.
Another heartbreaking story. Turner is due back in court on Monday.
Once again, another tragic story of a life taken too soon. You know, these stories really have me wondering why it is that it seems like Black women do the most suffering. Back in the day, they used to accuse us of being on welfare, having so many children out of wedlock, living off the system. But lately, so many of us have broken those stereotypes and have went above and beyond to accomplish things that were unheard of. But it seems like the one part that we have trouble accomplishing is the love part. It just seems like we can get every other part of our lives together except the love part. And I really feel like there's a lot of animosity, hostility from Black men towards Black women. And I don't know what could be causing it. Like I said in my previous videos, I feel like it's a demonic entity because it seems like there's no forethought as to like, I'm going to go to prison the rest of my life. Is this worth it? It seems like there's none of that. It's just the heat of the moment. I don't know if it's COVID. I don't know, because the world took on this evil environment, I don't know what's happening, but this is happening more and more. As I stated before, it's every 8 hours that this is happening, even to the point where I became overwhelmed, which is the reason I haven't done any videos in a while, because it's like once you finish one story, there's another story. So I just say, like I've said in the past, just try to be as careful as possible within given reason. Watch who's around you, evaluate their purpose of being around you, and just be safe, I wish Michelle's family peace. I hope that everyone involved finds peace, and I hope that justice is served. Rest in peace.